Very good afternoon to you. I'm Lisa Broom with the CBC News Break. Prime Minister Fendell Stewart wants the Queen Elizabeth Hospital transformed into a centre of excellence for the Caribbean. He says the QEH continues to strive for high standards of quality, most recently through the periodic reviewing of plant and equipment.
The Cabinet of Barbados in 2009 agreed that the board should secure a loan in the sum of $60 million for the recapitalization of the QEH, to replace worn and obsolete equipment, to rehabilitate the plant, and to facilitate the reorganization of services and departments. The electrical upgrade of the QEH became the most important and single largest project undertaken in the recapitalization program.
Prime Minister Stewart says staff is essential to the hospital, noting there are close to 2,000 people employed there. 19 of them were recognized for their service at the 50th anniversary gala and awards ceremony.
Even the outstanding contributions of those who will be receiving awards tonight cannot be considered solo performances. It is therefore imperative that the true value of all employees be recognized. All of these persons, along with other support staff, have made the efforts of the pioneers and innovators the success we tonight so proudly celebrate.
Education Minister Ronald Jones is again appealing to teachers to change their minds and correct the CXC school-based assessments, better known as SBAs. He made the plea during a branch meeting of the Democratic Labour Party's St. Michael South constituency. Mr. Jones says it's not about him or the Ministry of Education, but about the students.
I'm not telling them not to heed their union's call. I wouldn't tell them that. These are things of conscience sometimes. But to heed the call of their children, heed the calls of the ones of the faces before them, and don't heap greater, angst, pain on the children. Those children want to know that their SBAs are corrected, that they're marked, and that the marks are in fact passed.
The Education Minister explains if the SBAs are not submitted to CXC on time, it puts the students' grades at risk.
If your SBA doesn't reach the Caribbean Examination Council in the time that it should reach, even though you go and do what I call the theoretical component, because of the non-submission, it is as though you have not done the exam. Because the two parts go together in those subjects.
Just yesterday, BSTU President Mary Ann Redmond stressed that teachers were being exploited by the Caribbean Examinations Council by having to correct SBAs. Ms. Redmond said they had been negotiating with the Ministry of Education and the CXC on the issue since 2006. Budding entrepreneurs from St. Joseph are being equipped with vital information on what it takes for their small businesses to grow and where they can turn for funding. Spearheading this initiative is the Democratic Labour Party branch for the rural parish. Chairman of the branch, Dennis Holder, tells CBC News he was moved by the entrepreneurial spirit during his interactions with residents. The Small Business Association and Fund Access were invited to speak to them on various topics at the Grantley Adams Secondary School. Mr. Holder says the meeting is the first in a series, out of which will come a compilation of a St. Joseph Small Business Directory.
That would contain the names of all those persons in St. Joseph who are into some form of business, whether it be the producing of chickens, agricultural work, plumbing, carpentry, masonry, whatever that business is, whatever you are capable of doing, you will be able to have your name listed in this directory. The directory will be available when completed in about a 4 to 6 month period from the post office, from the library, and it will also be available in certain supermarkets throughout the constituency.
2 people are still on the missing list this afternoon, according to police. One of them is 14-year-old Malia Akelia Kelly Marshall of Upper Wavell Avenue, Black Rock, St. Michael. The other, 25-year-old Akeem Kennedy of Sunny Meadows Nursery No. 2, St. Philip. Akeem is 5 feet 7 inches tall, has a medium build and a brown complexion. At the time, it is believed he was wearing a black sleeveless shirt, a black tracksuit pants with 2 stripes on the outer sides of each leg, and he carried a black bag. He is known to frequent the Dover Christchurch area. Meanwhile, Malia reportedly left her home just after midnight on Saturday and has not returned. She is about 5 feet 2 inches tall, stoutly built, and of a light brown complexion. Anyone with information relative to the whereabouts of Akeem Kennedy or Malia Akeelia Kelly Marshall is asked to contact the nearest police station. We'll have regional and international news when we return. Stay with us.
And public sector professionals are being called on to submit research papers for Volume 8 of the Journal of Public Sector Policy Analysis, published by the Research and Planning Unit of the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs. Papers may be academic, discussing key policy initiatives which are not of a sensitive nature or a research topic of a personal choice. All papers must be submitted via email to huntk@gob.bb by Tuesday, March 31st. For more details about research paper criteria, contact Kelly Hunt at 310-1354.
I am your mother,
aunt, grandmother,
guardian, friend, and I promise to protect you.